5, 4, 3,
Perfect. Oh.
2, 1.
Yeah. Fucking Ben Shapiro Trump guy was like, well, I'm a nerd. And yeah, I was like, dude, you bitch. You can fucking take off the glasses and put away your Spider-Man t-shirt. I can't rip my skin off, you fuck.
Have you ever built a computer? Then you're not a nerd. If you haven't, like, you're not a true nerd.
The whole idea of the nerd, it's bastardized. It's been gentrified.
You're absolutely right.
And
it has been.
It's kind of annoying.
I don't even really call myself a nerd. Like,
you are.
Thank you. Well, I mean, it's just, am I, though?
You play Dungeons and Dragons genuinely.
Yeah.
You have a Dungeons and Dragons tattoo.
I will tell you, I'm a dork.
You're fat. You're unattractive.
Not all nerds are.
You're losing your hair.
Hold on.
Your teeth are yellow as shit.
Hold on. Pump the brakes. I'm fucking handsome as fuck.
Oh
dude.
no!
I'm handsome as shit.
Oh no!
Dude.
No, you are an everyman.
I'm so handsome.
You are not handsome.
It's like it hurts.
No,
like,
no.
I have a hard time looking in the mirror because I'm so good looking.
We got to break this down. We have to break this down.
My teeth are straight. I have a fucking well-groomed beard.
Okay, I'll give you the teeth and the beard.
Okay.
Your eyes are beautiful. Your eyes are beautiful.
Like top tier beauty.
I get lost in your eyes every time we do this.
That's what I'm saying. And no, I'm very easy to make eye contact with. I'm very easy on the eyes. I have a fair complexion. I don't have like acne, like no blemishes.
All right. First, we'll break this down.
When I shave my head, dude, I'm slick as shit.
Okay, keep jerking yourself off.
Okay. I'm tall, so win. You know what I mean? That's all I got.
Okay, let's break this down. First, we'll start with women. Okay. Then we'll go to men because I can break down women.
Yeah, because you're a fucking piece of shit.
Are you not a piece of shit as well?
Oh yeah, but I don't break down women.
Yeah, you do.
Not like you do. That's for sure.
Like I did. This is the past, man.
Dude. Whoa.
I'm no longer the night guy.
Say break down. Also, I imagine the girl just.
I meant in terms of description, not mentally and emotionally.
Well, you do that too.
I have done that too. Not that I do it. I don't do it now. So you need to let the past be the past. That's what you need to do.
I have.
Okay, so I think there's women that are beautiful, pretty, cute, and hot.
Okay. And they can be more than one.
They can be, there could be a mixture, but you know what I mean when I say beauty, right? Men, I don't think are as
versatile.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
Like
you're either handsome or you're not.
Handsome. Charming?
There can be hot. There can be a hot guy.
Yeah, handsome, hot,
there's like
charming.
Pretty boy.
Yeah?
Pretty. Like a guy can be pretty.
Fair enough. Okay, because like what's his name? Bob Odenkirk is charming.
Okay.
And Paul Rudd is a mixture of charming and pretty.
I think he's more handsome than pretty.
How so?
He just has more of like a full face and like.
What about like Chris Brown? Pretty?
I don't know him that enough to.
He's a pretty man.
Like Zac Efron.
Zac Efron is gorgeous.
Pretty and hot.
Yes, pretty. Zac Efron's pretty hot.
Hot goes with the body, kind of.
That's fair.
Bit,
That's fair.
You gotta have that fucking.
What is like Dwayne the Rock Johnson? Because he's not
all
pretty.
Of the above.
He's not pretty.
That's true. I don't know. That's a good question because he's definitely attractive.
Yeah.
But it's because he's ripped and he's also rich.
And he's charming.
Yeah, he is super charming. Yeah, he's super charming. He's got a great smile.
Oh my God,
so,
I melt.
Those fucking
the
lines
dimple,
on the
it's great.
Dude, that guy, I would marry him.
You are not him.
You're right.
Okay.
I never said I was, but that doesn't mean
you said you were handsome.
That doesn't mean I can't be handsome.
I think you're an everyman.
I'm more than an everyman.
What are you?
I'm
a leading man. You're not a fucking leading man. It may be a Jet Apatow.
Could be a Tom Hanks.
In a
Tom Hanks is not handsome. I watched his most recent movie.
He's old.
Yeah, he's pretty handsome.
If you were to go to him in the 90s,
I guess he's an everyman, right?
He's absolutely an everyman.
Yeah, that's what makes him perfect for I don't know. Yeah, I know you didn't see it, but there's a new movie on Apple TV Plus with him in it. He's a captain of a battleship in World War II.
I'm the captain now.
It's called Greyhound.
Well, that's different.
Yeah, different, same concept.
Yeah,
but he was great in it. But he's obviously just and that's what I love about World War II movies is that it's just, those guys were just people for the most part. Some of them, they were in the army and shit, but a lot of them, it was just you're in, let's go.
If we go to World War III, do women get drafted?
I don't think so. I think only men are in the draft or in the selective service.
That's sexist.
But I'm too old. We're too old for it anyway.
Really?
I think so. Yeah,
Fuck
it's 26 or something like that.
Thank fucking Christ. Yeah. My brothers are fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen. There's enough people in this country where if they called for people, they'd be like, I'm going to get my shotgun, my 12 gauge. They're going to be like, here's an M14. Like, no, I got my hunting rifle.
We talked so much shit about them in the last episode. Let me praise them for that.
Oh, for standing up for being the first responders to
not first responders. They're not
to a war,
but to going into
to freedom.
They are. Texas is we could do a whole war with just Texas alone.
Yeah.
And probably win.
Oh, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Just from people from Texas.
Yes.
I mean, maybe.
But
I'd say the South.
The South.
Sure.
I will give them that they. It's funny because they do care about the country.
Yeah, and they definitely make up the most of the armed services.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Fucking dumb people from the South.
But you need them, though. That's the thing. You can't play chess without pawns.
It's a good point.
You fucking need them.
Good point. Yeah.
And it's the balance. It's I don't hate conservative people. I don't hate Republicans.
Right.
I don't hate them. I just I understand that they just don't understand.
Yeah. They don't have the capacity to understand.
They're really dumb.
They're dumb.
Yeah.
But you can't hate them.
Well,
it's not their fault.
It's not your fault.
Their brain didn't develop right.
Or they weren't raised right or some shit.
That too. It's probably a combination. I mean, they were probably never going to be real smart if we're being honest.
That's fair.
Those people, yeah.
But what makes America work, when it's working at its peak, America, is when both sides are, that middle is super close and the fringe is the fringe. Like when you have that balance of pussy ass, liberal cuck, not willing to fight. Oh, gender's a fucking decision, man. Right. When you have those people mixed with the
Are you saying gender's not a decision?
I don't know. I don't know anything anymore.
Yeah, neither do I.
I really I'd accept whatever.
Yeah. Whatever flies.
Yeah, well, I don't care. Just don't bother me. I don't give a shit.
Very libertarian of you.
Yeah, I think I'm lean.
I think most people,
reasonable people are probably libertarian.
If you haven't seen somebody post on Facebook in the last week, they're probably libertarian.
Yeah, there you go. That's fair.
How about that?
If you haven't seen someone talk about The Fly.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh, perfect. You're super libertarian. You didn't see about Mike Pence
ever
Fly?
Since the Trump COVID thing, I've completely gotten off social media.
I thought well, that's smart.
I'll check my notifications every once a day.
Mike Pence versus Kamala Harris. A fly landed on his head for 2 goddamn minutes.
Oh, that's funny.
And it didn't move.
That's funny.
And he didn't notice.
Well, why would he?
Because you should feel that.
I mean, you don't feel on your hair.
He's
probably got gel and hairspray and shit.
Thing.
See, people are fucking assholes. It's why does that matter?
It doesn't.
You know what I mean? Why is that even brought up? First of all, why is there a fly in there? How about that? Can we talk about that? Why is there not a system in place to fucking...
It's a conspiracy, bro.
Dude, there's things in Walmart to keep flies out.
It's fair.
So why the fuck is it not in the DNC, whatever the fuck, wherever they do it?
Regardless, it did totally suck the air out of the actual debate. No one remembers what was talked about. They just remember the fly.
That's why they should do it on the radio. Like they did with Nixon and Kennedy. They should do both.
Nixon and Kennedy was the first time they did.
They aired it.
Yeah.
On TV, yeah.
And that's why.
Well, they did it on both. And the people that listened to it on the radio said Nixon won, but whoever watched it said Kennedy won because he's fucking handsome.
He was beautiful, man.
Beautiful, man.
Until his head got blown out.
You think he was hot? I don't even know. Even then, it's just another hole.
Was Kennedy hot?
I mean, he was an actor.
John F. Kennedy.
Yeah, he was attractive.
Fucking Steve Buscemi's an actor.
Yeah, but Steve Buscemi's an actor nowadays, where like the roles are broader. There's more roles. Where like back then it was just like we just need handsome people on screen.
JFK was old handsome. Where you look at it and you're like, oh, I see people thinking that's attractive in the 50s.
Yeah, I mean, but there he's at least he is at least 35. Yeah. So I mean, how are you going to look at 35?
Better than him.
That's up for debate.
Is it though?
Yeah.
Was he a night? Actually, he was very much a night guy.
Definitely a night guy.
He was totally a night guy.
Marilyn Monroe.
He was the OG night guy.
Yeah, you should praise him.
Yeah.
You should have an altar.
I do.
To John F. Kennedy.
You haven't been to my room. There's a whole wall of just John F. Kennedy and lines of string.
Yeah? You trying to figure out who did it?
Yeah.
It was in the grassy knoll.
Something like grassy knoll. So you need liberal cucks to be reasonable and analytical and philosophical, and so you need people to think, but you also need people. You need the muscle. You need the pragmatic. Willing to go out into cornfields.
And that's why if we have a civil war, we're gonna lose.
Oh, well, us liberal cucks?
Yeah. There's no way Democrats are gonna win a civil war. Like if that's how it's separated.
Yeah.
There's no way.
I would say that in the short term, yes. In the long term, everyone loses. Because then what ends up happening is these fucking idiots think that phones are made with magic or whatever.
It becomes idiocracy.
Yeah, it becomes it. There is a balance, man. Like and
people don't realize that we need that. Like we need both sides. Even though we're on very extreme sides now, it's like they balance each other out.
Yes, we need them. We need them to do dumb
dirty
shit.
Work.
Yeah, you need people
to do the shit that we're not willing to do.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yes.
So this Ben Shapiro guy, I don't know, you were talking about him.
So he was like, well, I'm a nerd and I've been persecuted. And it's like, you fucking idiot. Like,
you've not been persecuted.
Right.
Especially not recently.
And yeah, especially not recently. And it's that they just, and this is on, and I hate saying both sides, because at this point, this side needs to stop. The right needs to they need to take a chill pill.
Yeah.
Like for me to say both sides, I think is a reasonable statement, but within the context of the world right now, there is no both sides right now. It's like, no, these people are destroying the country.
Did you see what happened to Michigan?
Let me see if the governor was about to be kidnapped and fucking murdered.
They thwarted a plan from right-wing
militia
to kidnap Governor Whitmer. And that's amazing.
Did you see Trump's reaction to it?
No.
It was like, well. That's basically his reaction to a coup. That's a literal coup.
Coup d'etat.
What?
That's what the whole...
Coup de grace?
Coup d'etat.
Coup de grace.
Goog it, dude.
Uh-huh.
That's what I'm going to say from now on. Goog it.
Coup de grace.
I don't even know.
According to the Free Dictionary, a French phrase meaning blow of mercy, that is, a final killing blow that puts a fatally wounded person out of his misery, used to mean the action or event that finally destroys or ends something.
That was really dark.
Hey, holy shit.
I know.
That was super dark.
How do you say it,
dude, I don't speak French.
How do you say coup de grace?
According to Wikipedia, coup de grace is properly pronounced
coup de grace.
Coup de grace.
Coup de grace. That's really dark.
Yeah. But do they honestly think that would change anything? Like,
yes, they probably did.
They're so fucking dumb.
Yes, and that's why we need them to settle down.
Yeah.
That it's so frustrating.
But also the left needs to settle down too.
Yeah, yes.
Like,
well,
let's say that, okay?
Yes. My issue isn't you know what it is that when you say the left, it's frustrating because it encompasses.
Encompasses?
Yeah.
Encompasses
all the things that. So Black Lives Matter is a left thing.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be.
Right.
It should be just a
thing. Yeah.
But when I say both sides, now everything is glommed together. Mm-hmm. So it inherently, in people's heads, it inherently adds Black Lives Matter. That's the only hill I'm willing to die on.
Yeah.
To be perfectly honest, it's very simple for me. It's like my life matters. That's all. I don't read. I don't know about all the shit. All I know is my life matters.
Yeah.
So taking that out of the equation, both sides of this need to settle down. However, the right has the power.
Yeah. Well, the thing, like, I know, like, in previous episodes, whatever you want to call it for us, you've talked about, like, it, like, whoever wins or loses, there's gonna be an uproar.
Yeah.
And seeing that, I'm more worried if Trump loses.
Yeah, well, I've been
what will happen. Like, I don't know. Like, I just didn't
realize.
I didn't.
Motherfucker, we talked about this a couple episodes ago.
I know, but I don't know. Like, I just didn't see.
Is that white privilege right there?
Probably.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
So you didn't.
Well, I just didn't think that anybody would actually fucking do anything.
I think that's the difference.
Because that's how a normal person thinks. Like me. Like, I'm like, oh, the wrong guy won. Oh, I guess I'll just go back to work. You know, like, who fucking cares?
Right. But I think that actually is even for someone who is so tuned into the black experience and understands it and is very reasonable and empathetic. For me, that didn't surprise me because they've done so much to me personally where I'm like, oh, they're willing to do anything. They don't give a fuck.
But it's like, it's not going to, if Trump loses and it's not going to do anything. It's not going to, but you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, it's not like what do they really expect? That we're going to be like, all right, Trump can go back in. You know what I mean? No, it's not going to happen. They're going to send the National Guard. Biden's going to be in control. He's going to send the National Guard. He's going to fuck all those people up. Like, they don't, once Trump is out of office, the power shifts. It's like now all these like protests and all these riots that are quote unquote like left leaning
will become right.
Right, exactly. Yes. And the bad cops and the National Guard are now going to be on the other side.
It's all
yes. It's just
my issue is on a personal level. Yeah. If he loses, I have to on a personal level deal with these people.
See, I think of it on a more grand scale.
And I think
of like we're gonna storm the White House, where it's like, well, they're gonna plant mines.
Fuck you up, dude.
Good luck. Yeah, it's just I don't know, but knowing that those fucking idiots in Michigan were actually gonna try to do that,
a lot of them.
Yeah. Now I'm like, oh well, they might actually try something. Yeah, it won't be successful, but they'll probably try, and it's just like it's just gonna make things worse.
It is. And I'm gonna send you a video. You won't listen or watch, but do you give a shit about Run the Jewels?
I don't really know that much about him.
Ooh.
I mean, I know like Killer Mike, but
so there, there's Killer Mike and LP.
Yeah,
I'm the Killer Mike to your LP.
Right.
And the way
I'm the LP to your Killer Mike.
Yeah. Hey, I got to gain more weight. But
good luck. Dude.
Yeah, there's no way. Even if I tried.
Yeah, the amount of sugar you eat, it's amazing that you're not.
It's because I exercise, bro.
No, it's not. It's because you have a metabolism.
I have a super metabolism.
Yeah.
But
I exercise. Shut up, dude.
I do exercise.
30 minutes a day.
I stretch for 15, and then I was doing 30, and then it got fucked up because of my legs. So.
Yeah.
That'll
happen.
I'll get back.
Yeah, I've been there, man.
Yeah.
Sucks. Injuries are a bitch.
I agree, but in Run the Jewels, and I'll send you the video. You should watch it. LP always raps from the bigger picture perspective generally because that's his life, and Killer Mike raps from experience. Yeah. And then they come together to make Night Guy and Baldy. But it's like that there is something to be said about that where when I'm out in the street and I'm dealing with these people, they're purely big picture because they don't get it. They don't understand. Like, I understand, yes, white people are killed by sure. That's also bad. I understand. Yes, all of the lies. Yes, I understand that.
Disproportionate.
Yeah. Well, you can't, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's so like all you have to do is say, yeah, I understand that.
You know what I hate is like I have and this was like back in while the Black Lives Matter, like the protests were happening and shit. And I have like some people that not necessarily friends from back home, but like people that went to other schools that I was like acquainted, like I knew who they were, and like we played sports against each other. They became cops, and then they're posting these things about like, oh, like these cops were killed in the line of duty, like why aren't we talking about them? And it's like, well, they chose to be a cop.
Yeah.
Like they knew what they were getting into. They signed up for it. It's like these football players that are bitching about CTE. It's like, are you not aware that hitting your head over and over again is going to hurt you? Like,
you know the irony of that? Get ready, because I'm about to defend them.
Okay.
That still doesn't take away from the fact that a human life was lost.
Right.
And that's the issue I'm having is I agree with what you just said, but on a human level, when they see someone of their own get killed, they're like, this is terrible and this shouldn't have happened. And they somehow cannot understand.
It like flips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where when I see a civilian who had nothing to do with it, like
definitely didn't commit a crime worthy of death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
selling loose cigarettes or whatever the fuck.
And it's like, well, they were criminals though. And it's like, Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah.
Like,
it's like, oh, are you the judge, jury, and executioner now?
Yeah.
Is that what happens? Like, that's not how America works, dude.
You know what else is annoying? That we're still talking about this.
Yeah.
And I would like this podcast to be like
fun.
Yeah. Night Guy and Baldy started off as, oh, Aaron fucks.
And Will doesn't.
And he's ugly. And he's stupid. And he's like fat and his nipples hang out during the podcast.
Do they?
And no, not really. No. But this podcast started off fairly ridiculous. Innocent, sure. I don't know if innocent's the way to describe us. But it started off like that. And then it always comes back to this because that's the only thing that's happening right now. And that's so frustrating. Like, I'm tired and I can't wait to get to a place of... I was talking to Bryce about this. You know, you've seen Fight Club, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So there was an era in film around 1999, 2000, where a lot of films, things like Fight Club, Matrix, and like American Beauty, were all about this lost generation. And you remember Tyler Durden's speech, like, we don't have any great wars. We don't have any whatever. Our generation officially has its great war. And whenever it's done, I'm excited. Because then
it's not going to be soon.
I know. But whenever it's done, whenever the dust settles, whenever we come out of this, we are going to be the calmest old people.
Oh, yeah.
You ever meet old people that are...
Just
you
docile.
Seen Broken. You've seen Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
You remember Mike Ehrmantraut?
Yeah.
You know how like he's super calm?
Yeah.
Because he's seen some shit?
Right.
I think our generation's going to be very like,
yeah,
whatever needs to happen. So that'll be nice, I guess. But till then,
I don't know if it'll happen. It's
up to Generation Z.
It's going to be another 4 years for sure. Trump's winning, by the way.
You think so?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Why?
I'm just so sure.
Why?
Just because, dude. It's just. I'm just so sure.
Dude, less than a month.
I know. I'm letting you know right now.
Okay.
It's gonna happen.
This is what you're. Ooh, let's do predictions.
I would put money on it.
Okay, let's do predictions.
I would bet money on it.
You want to bet some money?
No, not with you.
Fuck you. Why?
Because that's not gonna be really worth it.
Why?
It's like $20. I'm talking like if I had like $1,000 to bet, I would. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Well, then let's make some predictions because I've accepted that this podcast is just going to be what it is until the election's done. And then after the election, we'll see what it is.
It's going to be the same thing.
Probably. Okay. Predictions. You believe Donald Trump's going to win?
Yeah.
Okay. What level of violence will occur?
It's going to be protest. I mean, it's going to be protests like there were last time.
You think it's going to be worse than the George Floyd stuff or?
No.
Why?
Because this doesn't have a violent connotation to it. It's just a disapproval of the election.
Now, if the militias, and I'm doing that with air quotes, I'm not calling, fuck that. That's too much respect for them.
Militia.
This gang.
Yeah.
That's
that's
fucking gang.
That's what it should be called because that's what they would fucking call like.
Absolutely. I've been saying that shit on the street too.
Yeah.
This fucking gang, the Kyle Rittenbacher gang. That's what I'm going to call him.
Rittenhouse.
The Rittenhouse?
Yeah.
Whatever. Fuck him.
Piece of shit.
What happened to him?
He's being held, I'm sure,
I hope
for trial.
So.
Probably get tried as a minor.
Whatever. So this gang, what do you think they're going to do if protests? Because they're going to feel really empowered.
Well, I think now they've been kind of taken down a peg.
How so?
Well, I mean, they got caught.
Oh, because of the governorship?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's going to change the minds of all these other people.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know.
If a protest erupts because Donald Trump's still the president, I can totally see their gang being a gang.
Wait, what?
So Donald Trump wins, protests are up. I can see this gang
coming to the
protest and doing
inciting
real shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I see that too. Yeah.
You saw the bow and arrow guy in the George Floyd one, right?
Yeah.
That was like,
are you dumb?
Are you dumb? Like, stupid?
Bringing a knife to a gunfight.
Yeah, that's also dumb. But
an idiot.
Okay, so you think he's gonna win? You think there will be protests?
Yeah.
For the next 4 years, what's your prediction of where the country goes generally?
Further apart.
Can it get further?
Oh, I'm sure it can.
What do you, if you're making a movie, this is the movie about 2020 to 2024, what does it look like?
Like Terminator, like the future, and Terminator just
if he wins,
robots fighting each other. Yeah. I don't know, man.
I showed you the Boston Dynamic robot, right?
Yeah,
the one that was walking in the street
and shit. Oh, the dog.
Yeah,
yeah, dude.
What the fuck are we doing? What is happening?
Hey.
What the fuck is happening? Like,
yeah, that shit was some Black Mirror.
That was real, and that's not even like cliche anymore. It is genuinely reasonable to say that is Black Mirror shit. Mm-hmm. It was walking down the street, scanning people's faces.
Yeah. And what's funny is like, there's inherently racial bias in computer code.
Yep.
Which is hilarious. It's just amazing, but it's like mostly made by whites and like Asian people.
Yeah.
And so like but you think that like with facial recognition it would map, you know what I mean? Like it would kind of.
I have it's funny actually. I have an example as to why it does what it's doing probably.
Okay.
So when you film, like making film with Black people, you have to light things differently.
Right.
And what I assume is happening, and I don't know, I'm talking to my ass here because I don't know computer technology, but what I assume what's happening is that white dudes and Asian dudes are picturing themselves when they make this stuff.
Yes.
And so that's how they're lighting things or whatever. But when you watch Atlanta, Black people are lit beautifully and clearly.
Yeah.
So it depends on who's making the shit.
I don't know. I guess it depends on how they do it, because ideally you would do it like face mapping where it finds points on your face and like, I don't know. I honestly have no idea.
We probably shouldn't do it in the first goddamn place.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's happening because it's on your phone.
Yeah. It's too late. It's too late. Yeah. And it's like,
just accept it.
Yeah. Well, yes.
Just, I don't know. Maybe encourage more Black people to be computer coders.
It's so exhausting.
So yeah, Trump's gonna win, and then Donald Trump Jr. is gonna run in 2024.
If they started,
if you don't think it's gonna happen, it's good.
Dynasty.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
So,
and it's legal.
What do you mean?
I mean, there's no law that says they can't do that.
Yeah, maybe they should make a law, but
it says like your son can't run right after you.
What's weird is, and maybe this is just a mentality thing. Why do they? Lindsey Graham or whatever the fuck those guys are, the Chris Christie, all those old guys. They're enacting laws that will not affect them.
Like what?
Like putting the Supreme Court lady in the RBG or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
She's young. She's gonna be in the Supreme Court for the rest of her life.
Oh, that lady that they chose to replace. Yeah. She's going to enact laws. She's going to affect all of our lives, not their fucking lives. Right.
They're old.
Yeah.
Why are you doing this? Like that's the mentality. Like, other than sociopathy,
it's a team thing at this point. It's not even like this is what we believe is best for the country. It's we want to make sure the Republicans are, or on the same side with the Democrats, we want to make sure the Democrats are in control of this area of the government. I mean, you see it in the House. You know, they fight over seats. In the Senate, same thing. And
if there was a third,
I mean, the only reason they chose someone so fast is because they wanted to do it before the election. And it's like, dude,
super transparent.
Yeah, it's stupid.
If there was a third option, do you think, like a genuine third option, where it was like, ooh, it could be any three of these?
It's not gonna happen.
I know, but do you think it would make things better?
What do you mean?
Let's say the Libertarian Party
I think that's bad for the Democrats because you're going to have more people that lean left that would be likely to vote libertarian than you would have Republicans to vote libertarian. So you'd get more people voting. Like the blue, quote unquote, states and areas would have a smaller percentage. They'd be divided more.
Right.
And then the Republicans would be
because they're stupid.
Well, because they're not gonna. I mean, they're gonna vote Republican. That's what they do.
They are. It's very eye opening how.
I mean, you can vote libertarian. It's not going to make a difference here.
Right.
But
it's just eye-opening how full of shit these people are in terms of their own morals and ethics. Like, they don't stand up for their actual morals and ethics. There's people I went to church with who are still gung-ho Trump, and it's like, you understand that, like, this is the opposite of what Jesus would want, right? Yeah. Like, in every capacity, this man is the antithesis of anything biblical or anything spiritual.
Right. He goes and holds the Bible upside down.
What? Yeah, man. Like, I'm exasperated.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Like I said last week, like, this is going to be a social psychology phenomenon.
Yeah.
And I just talked about for a long time.
I hate that we had to live through it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just.
What do you think about, to pivot a little bit away from this so we can slowly talk about something else?
It's not going to come back around.
Yeah, it will. What do you think the documentaries are going to be like? Because you can't have a 2020 documentary. You can't have one. There's going to be so many. What do you think because they're going to make documentaries about us eventually. What do you think our Netflix documentary is going to be like?
Hopefully they just bash both sides, just the fucking country as a whole, and just look how dumb these people were in 2020. You know,
it's like when you see magazines or commercials advertising like pregnant women smoking cigarettes, and you're like, what the fuck were they thinking?
It's gonna help your baby.
They really believed that.
Yeah,
it
won't hurt.
This QAnon shit. You don't know about the QAnon?
I mean, I know about them, but I don't really know what they. See, I try not to.
Smart.
Yeah.
They apparently QAnon. The idea is that it's most summarized. Summarized is the most summarized.
Summarized. I've never heard.
I made it. In its most summarized version, Donald Trump is trying to stop devil worshipping pedophiles that are in the government, specifically on the left, and they're trying to stop him from stopping them. That is essentially what it is.
So
it breaks down from there. There's more.
So
but
QAnon, who are they? Like, who are they supposed to be?
Any
other pedophiles? That's basically what it sounds like.
Any sort of rich. I think it's like rich people, rich liberal people are QAnon. So like Hillary is QAnon and Obama.
Okay.
Obama's QAnon.
Whoa.
I think they believe that.
Does that mean he's a pedophile?
Yeah, that's what they think.
Well, dude, it's like anybody they want to attack nowadays is always a pedophile.
Yep.
And then no proof. Just
I went the fucking lumberjack guy.
Mm-hmm.
When we were talking, systemic racism got brought up, and he was like, "Well, if you believe that Trump is promoting systemic racism, that's like saying that Biden is if you support Biden, you're a pedophile." And I was like, "That's a weird comparison." And he genuinely thinks that these people are out there all. And the hard thing, the difficult thing about it is you can't argue with them because if you just add kernels of truth, so like the Epstein thing.
And it's also like, then it becomes like, to them, you're defending a pedophile.
Right. And so then they can even rationalize more, no matter how reasonable you're being about it.
Dude, that's such a crazy accusation.
Yeah.
Call someone a pedophile? Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah. And they think like, I told you I got screamed at about being paid off by George Soros. Did I tell you about that?
Dude, I wish.
I said that.
We would have a studio and a comedy club. We would be thriving right now.
I couldn't believe it. And he genuinely believed it.
Wow.
He was like, you're getting paid off by George Soros. Why the fuck am I on the street? Why am I in a wife beater? Why do my shoes have holes in them? Why can you listen to podcasts?
Why can I only afford French fries?
Yeah. Why do I drive stick shift?
Yeah.
Like, all of these. Why would I put myself through this if I was getting paid off by anybody?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It is crazy. Who's George Soros? I don't even know who that is.
Neither did I. Didn't know who he was. I was like, I had to ask other people on the street. I was like, what is he talking about? And they were like, there's a rich guy who donates a lot of money to Democrats and liberals, and there's a conspiracy that he is paying off anybody that basically opposes Trump. He's paying them all off. So he's paying Antifa. He's paying.
Okay, well, in the same light, then there's a rich person that's paying off people on the right to talk shit about Trump or Biden. So, but I mean, that's not untrue.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there are definitely rich people making donations that are influencing
everything.
Yeah.
It's the kernels
right.
Is that if you just get enough truth in it, just a little sprinkle of truth.
You know what? Maybe we do need a civil war, and we'll just no weapons, just fist fights.
Well, everyone's been learning jujitsu, so that'd be interesting.
Oh yeah, but all those people are on the left.
Are they?
Yeah,
are they left
sure,
people?
For
that
sure.
are doing jujitsu?
For sure. Because people on the right are like, I got my gun.
That's fair.
I'll just fight with my fists.
That's fair.
I'm a boxer. Fucking Muhammad Ali, which is just really funny that they would make that.
I know, right? Because he draft dodging, fucking Muslim. Yeah. All right, idiot.
Black guy. Yeah.
What would it take for you to leave the country? Would a genuine civil war have to erupt for, like, if you leave?
I mean, at that point, you probably can't. You wouldn't be able to leave.
I can see how the Jews got stuck.
Refugee. Yeah. You have to be a refugee.
Yeah.
We'd become like, I don't want to say it, but like Mexicans, like just swim into Canada and shit, you know?
You mean cross? I don't think there's a lake there to cross.
Well, I mean, in Michigan there is.
Yeah, but to get over to Canada.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
For the most part. It's
we would be
land.
be the new Mexicans.
Yeah. Well, not really. We'd be like the new Syrians.
Yeah, that's fair. Because we wouldn't go to Mexico. They're not doing well.
Well, I mean, at least it's warm there. And if you don't have shelter, you know, hey.
That's fair.
You can just get a tent. You're good.
I'm getting...
Don't drink the water.
That's fair. That's why they get Coke in those glass bottles. Those are delicious.
They are.
I'm getting closer to the RV idea. But
again, like if a true war erupts, I don't think another country is going to...
let us.
Yeah. I don't think they would do that.
The irony.
I mean, it's happening right now. I don't think we can go anywhere due to COVID.
Can we? Can we?
I don't think so.
Let's,
as far as I know.
Are Americans allowed to leave the country? International Americans driving out of the USA.
Oh, okay.
So you just sit on a raft outside? Guys, please.
You sit on the tarmac.
That sucks. That sucks. It is. Whew, it makes me look at the Holocaust differently. Because there was this feeling of like, I never was like, why didn't they just fucking leave?
Well, there's also like less information back then. I mean, right. You know, it's not like they had social media. I mean, they definitely knew that they were being targeted, but again, it's not like they just started killing them. It was like a slow.
But here we are. It's 4 years. That's the thing when this whole thing of comparing him to Hitler, in the beginning, that comes off as hyperbolic. Mm-hmm. But slowly and surely, like all of a sudden, it's like, holy hold on, wait, he said he wants 3 terms? And it was yeah. But by that point, his supporters are so brainwashed and crazy that they're like, we need.
Yeah, it's almost like if you create enough strife and disarray in your own country, you could almost like, you could say like martial law. Yeah. And then I don't know what happens then, but I feel like the president could
do anything.
Yeah, do things that are unprecedented.
This is already
not precedented.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
I see what you're saying. Play on words, puns.
It was not. It was just
precedented. That is a play on words.
No.
Okay.
No, it's unprecedented. That's a different word.
Right, but you were using you we need to.
No, I used it properly.
We need to settle this down.
It wasn't a play on words.
I understand that, but then you compared it to president.
Okay.
So that then inherently makes it
the second time, I guess, but not the first time.
It's a pun. I'm not saying puns are bad. I'm saying you're bad when you say them.
Okay.
So we can't leave. Do you get stressed out? I know you've disconnected.
I mean, I'm just doing my life, dude.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't have the energy to focus on anything else. So
I go back and forth where like the whole being meditation and being present is helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Like it allows me to do that same thing of like just live my moment to moment.
Yeah.
But then there's this little piece of me that's like, should we be more? Is doing that?
Yeah, but like worrying doesn't.
Right.
It doesn't. But it doesn't help you.
I agree.
It's not like you like. Are you more prepared now that you're worried about? Like you're worrying about it.
Well, I got guns.
Yeah, but I mean,
I guess it's like when enough people are like not worried about. When enough people click into that.
Mm-hmm.
Then you just end up letting crazier and crazier shit happen. That's what happened to me the past 4 years. Was like in the beginning, I do remember feeling like, whoa, we'll use the comedy community. That's all you heard about was this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then eventually people were like, I'm not even going to worry about this. And we all stopped worrying about it. And then all of a sudden we're here.
Mm.
So it's like,
yeah, but it's like, even if you are worried about like, what are you going to do? You're going to post on Facebook. Is that making a difference?
Right.
No,
It's not
it's
helping.
not fucking doing anything.
what can be done?
You have to run for office, dude.
I'm not doing that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not like, unless you're willing to like go that extra mile, you're not going to make a difference as one American person. You're just not.
Yeah.
The amount, when you vote, the amount, like, just because of the amount of people, you're nothing. You know what I mean? You're less than 0.1%.
Yeah. I hate this topic and I want to change it immediately.
Okay.
So I'm going to talk about deaf people more now on stage. And I'm trying to think if there's ever any angles I should be taking that I'm not aware of. I'm definitely going to talk about how people treat people with disabilities different and they need to stop doing that. Mm-hmm. I'm going to talk about how I've been to like a party where I've seen deaf people do lines of coke and shit.
Nice.
I'm going to talk about...
Do they sign really fast when they're on coke? Just fucking...
They break the sound barrier with their fingers.
Snapping and fucking...
Did I ever tell you about that party? What it was like?
I think you've talked about it before. There was no music.
There's no music. I want to talk about that. When there's no music and what that feels like, it's different.
Just people making
noises. Yeah. Or how... Or the other thing that people say is like, yeah, deaf people must be really quiet. And they're not. They're loud as shit.
Because they don't know.
Yeah, they're slamming things. And so...
Wham!
So I'm excited to do that within comedy. You haven't really changed much as a comedian.
I talk about my experiences. I talk about what's going on in my life.
What is the difference? What is the difference between the two of us? Because it feels like my comedy has evolved and changed and become better, where you has become stagnant. You know?
I just have a different style. I think I know what I want to do. And I don't know. I'm not worried about social commentary. So...
I don't think I'm worried about that.
No? You put out a comedy special about it.
Is it a comedy special?
No.
Exactly.
But that's what you called it.
I said a one-man show and comedy.
Attempt at comedy?
Not even an attempt.
It's a one-man show in the form of comedy. That's just
presented
as comedy.
Yeah.
Set up, punchline, tag.
No, there's not a lot.
There's a lot.
Are there setups and punchlines in there?
There are. They're not good, but they're there.
It's
just the way it sounds. It's very like
it
sounds exactly, not exactly, but it's very like stand-up-y.
Yeah.
In the.
It's not that I wanna. It's more that I think it's that I'm just deeper than you.
Yeah, probably.
You know.
Yeah, I think more about myself.
No, I mean I think about myself as well. I'm just trying to present it. You know?
I don't know. I just go and I talk about my experiences. I talk about my dog and like my relationship, because like at some point, like somebody's gonna, what do you want to call relate to it on some level, and I don't know. I talk about what I want to talk about. I don't think about what are other people gonna like. What do other people want to hear me talk about? It's like, I think I can make this funny, so that's
I don't. But I don't think about that. I don't think about what are other people gonna like.
Oh, I think you do.
Okay, I'm listening.
That's all.
Why do you think that?
Because I do.
Jesus Christ, Will.
Because that's how you are.
I'm listening.
That's
Elaborate.
It. I don't need to. I just said it.
You're on a fucking podcast.
I am.
Podcast better. Be a better podcaster.
Dude, I'm a great podcaster.
You're a shit podcaster.
I'm an awesome podcaster. Ugh. You couldn't do this without me.
You couldn't do this without me. I do this without you.
Mm-hmm. And it's not good.
No, I still do it without you.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even listen to it.
You're right.
So how would you know it's not good?
It's bad.
Have you listened to it?
Once in a while.
Really?
Yeah, it's just all on your phone.
It's
Wind's blowing. Hey guys, just walking my dog, and you can hear the fucking nails on the fucking ground. God damn. Drives me crazy.
As it should be. Everything that upsets you makes me happy.
I know.
And I don't know why.
It's okay.
Like seeing the anger on your face.
But it's not like I'm not genuinely mad.
I know.
It's just, I don't know. It's just a reaction.
And it's an entertaining reaction.
Yeah.
But
I know. That's what makes me fun.
Well.
Come on. You enjoy me. You enjoy me.
Is this what you say to girls when they're crying?
You enjoy me.
You like this, don't you?
Fucking love it. You love me. You love me.
I'm happy.
That's good.
Yeah.
So am I.
That's good.
I'm in a content place in my life. Paying my bills.
Yes.
Spending time who I want to spend time with.
Me.
Playing my games like I want to.
Petting
my dog.
Okay. Desert Island.
Uh-huh.
Ooh. Battle Royale.
Oh my God. What is with you and fighting people?
I don't know.
You're always like, who would you want to fight in the comedy scene? I'm like, nobody.
Really?
I don't want to fight anyone.
Why not?
Because I don't want to get in a fight.
Why not?
Because I don't want to get hurt. I don't want to get punched in the face.
That's just pick someone you think you could beat.
No, because then if I lose, it's really embarrassing.
That's super embarrassing.
So no, I'm not going to do that.
What's more embarrassing?
I don't want to fight, dude. That doesn't sound like when those protests are like, oh, we're going to go. I'm like, I don't want to be involved in that because of the violent. I don't want to do that. I'm not into that.
You're a pussy.
I like to watch. Sure. I like to watch from the outside and watch other people get into chaos because that's fun.
It's super exciting.
But I don't want to be there getting fucking pepper spray, dude. Like, I just don't want to deal with pain. I don't like it. I'm sorry. I don't like getting fucking whipped while I'm getting a dildo in my butt, Aaron.
You took a real left turn there.
Yeah. Some people are into that. And I feel like that's where, like, if you like violence, it's one step away.
From like it's like a sexual thing, like Mike Tyson.
Yeah,
I can see. Well, that's like a human instinct thing. I can see that being connected, like the violence and the sexual. Like it's just.
Is it?
Yeah, it's primal.
I've never gotten horny.
It's primal, dog.
From like violence. I don't know. Like I never got like turned on by hitting people in football.
No, I don't.
Like, that was a good tackle. I made a good play, but it wasn't like I wanted to hurt them.
I don't think it's like an adrenaline thing. Like it's not 1-to-1 violent sex. It's just raw adrenaline. You know, you don't get your dick doesn't get hard when you perform, bro.
No.
Has it ever?
No.
In the past however many years you've been doing this,
has my dick gotten hard as I perform?
Yeah.
No.
Really?
Never.
Man, your dick's boring, bro.
No, it just likes pussy, not fucking
the adrenaline.
That's a different adrenaline.
But you can still get hard from adrenaline.
Okay, I mean,
there's a whole thing on. I watched a movie about it where dudes get raped in prison and shit, but their dicks get hard, so they think that they're gay, but they're not. They're just having an adrenaline rush.
But also, like they're getting like their prostate stimulated.
I don't think it works like that.
You would know.
I would know, and it would. I'm actually very confident it wouldn't work like that.
I mean, I guess you're wrong because they're getting hard. I mean, are they doing experiments on these guys where they're like measuring the amount of adrenaline that's going through their body?
No,
maybe they're just gay, dude. Maybe they just like dick. It's entirely possible, or maybe their prostate's getting stimulated.
I feel like it's strange to me.
Maybe it's adrenaline. I don't know.
Yeah, man,
it could totally be.
It could be a lot of different things.
Yeah, exactly.
This podcast has gone off the fucking rails.
It always does. But
we're talking about. My mom had the fucking audacity to no.
No.
My mom had the fucking audacity. My ballot thing came in, and she was like,
I threw it away.
No. She's very invested in all of this. She was telling me who to vote for. And no, not in a cute way. And I was like, she was like, we're going to sit down and we're going to do the thing together so you know who to vote for. And I was like, no, I can do it. Yeah, I said, I can just do it myself. And she was like, well, I don't want you go voting for Kanye. And I was like,
your mom's racist. What the fuck, dude? As if that was a legitimate option.
Well, it makes me think, like, how fucking stupid do you think I am? That you think that I would write Kanye on my ballot during the craziest, like...
I might. You know what? I genuinely don't feel like voting for Biden either.
Neither do I.
I just don't think he should be in charge of the country, but
Kamala.
I mean, he's better than maybe he'll just die when he gets in.
I think that's what they're going for.
You think so?
Yeah.
They're just kind of expecting him to keel over and die.
I think so.
It might be the best option.
Well, I'm just like baffled and insulted
that those are two. Oh, that
my mom.
Yeah.
Like,
that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I really haven't talked about her much because I've been present and I'm ignoring all that and I just stay away from it. But to bring up old trauma.
My favorite.
Yeah, it's fun. It makes the podcast spicy. Like, that is crazy. It makes me, like being more removed from it mentally and emotionally and physically. Mm-hmm. It's easier to look at it from a outside lens, and looking at it without any sort of emotion attached is like, what is wrong with you? Like, what is going on in your head,
right,
that makes you think that I would do that? Do you not know? Clearly, you don't know me as a person,
right?
Like, does your mom and dad like know who you are?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'm pretty much like the same person nowadays because I don't really give a shit. Like, I swear with I'm as real as I can be with my parents nowadays.
And do they listen to the podcast?
I have no idea. My dad used to, but I don't know.
Hey, Will's dad.
I don't know. But they get it.
Right.
They get me.
I don't think my mom knows who I am.
Oh no, there's no.
Which is, it seems like she's developed an entirely different human being in her head.
Yeah. When
she talks to me.
Right.
Which obviously there's nothing that can be done about that unless she decides to go to therapy and work her shit out, which is not going to happen. But it makes me wonder how many parents are like this. Like, I think my mom's probably an real extreme of that, and my situation just happened to be pretty extreme.
You mean like in the sense of like telling their kids like how to think, or they don't know who their kids are?
They don't know who their kid is.
Well, yeah, because they don't allow them to
be them.
Yeah, and like express how they are, because if they're not like quote unquote normal, then they're gonna shun that.
That was an interesting move you made there.
Well, just hit them.
I like it, yeah.
Fucking smack them around a little bit.
Violence.
Yeah. How else are you going to make them do what you want?
This is true.
You know?
You couldn't
just be nice to them?
Or use words?
Treats?
Yeah, that doesn't. Positive reinforcement?
No,
gay.
No.
Gay. It just makes me wonder because of our jobs as well. Like, seeing the parents and their behaviors.
I think we're also on an extreme end of the spectrum, or whatever you want to call it, the
parenting spectrum.
Yeah, I guess
parenting situation.
I don't know, but then it makes you realize, like, you think about like, okay, if like there's a typical kid and they are able to like think for themselves and like, you know, do things without having to have someone watch them all the time, then are the parents too removed, where they're not engaging with them enough because they're like, oh, they're fine, like they're independent.
Speaking as a person who has experienced both ends of that to the extreme,
yeah,
far better to have them removed. because at least you have to find yourself and you have to figure your own stuff out.
Yeah, that's what like college is good for.
Right. But when you're
But when you're young, you shouldn't have too much separation. Like you still need
absolutely
guidance.
But I found out years later, my mom was calling my college dorm, and I don't know exactly what she was saying, but apparently she was like, I don't know if the word checking in on would be the right thing, but because my mom isn't checking in.
Right.
That's too sweet. Like that doesn't present what she's actually doing.
Right.
But well, for the sake of the context, checking in, and was apparently pissing people off, and they all knew who I was through her.
And you weren't aware of this?
Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah. It's hilarious that my
How
life
is she calling your dorm? Like the front desk?
I don't know. She was doing something. She did a lot of.
She like, is he there? Like, what the fuck?
I remember one time she was calling me. She kept calling me at 4 a.m. I can't remember why.
At the desk?
No. My phone.
On your phone. Okay.
On my phone at 4 a.m. It was when I was my freshman year. She was calling me and she was waking up my roommate. She was waking up both of us. Yeah. She was waking up my roommate, and I remember like you can't call me like
4 a.m.
It's 4 a.m. You're waking
the wee hours.
Yeah. Well, she would do this when I was home. She would just anytime she felt angry, she would just wake me up. Yeah. So I think she was just like, well, I need to bother him, and so.
Yeah, your mom's therapy, dude.
Oh yeah, but she's not going to get it.
Yeah.
But
I don't even think it matter at this point.
Yeah, it's done now. But
like Tony Soprano going in there,
you are who you are.
Yeah.
But
that's fine.
It's not. It's not at all fine.
That's the point. That was the point. It's not fine. It's not fine. Yeah.
And I remember being like, you're waking up my roommate. I didn't even make it about me.
Right.
Like, I'm used to it. Like you're waking up my roommate, and I remember she started yelling. She's like, I don't care. And it's like
you just turn off your phone. That's what I would have done.
That's the thing. But that's the thing that people don't understand is when you've been manipulated your whole life,
abused.
Mentally and emotionally abused. Yeah. So you get to this place where it's like it's beaten into you. Like I can't not answer. Like right now with her calling, my instinct is like I gotta answer.
Whoa!
But I don't do it now,
good for you, Aaron.
Oh fuck you!
No, I'm serious.
You sound so condescending.
I know, but I'm serious. Good for you. Like that's obviously a hurdle.
Yes.
And it's sad that has to be a hurdle.
Yes. I think that's where I'm in such a weird place with all of this. My life has specifically since George Floyd. Yeah. My life has been turned upside down of like I got the time to relax and be on my own, so I got to see a little more like what is the bullshit my family has done to me.
Right.
And the George Floyd thing, I was like, "Oh, okay, now they'll all get like what I've been saying this whole maybe I haven't been crazy." And then what happened was they just, and so it made me realize like, oh, these people who I was around my whole life have been manipulating the way I've been seeing the world in every possible capacity. So now I'm having to grapple with the fact that my reality wasn't real.
Right.
That's such a weird place to be in.
Yeah, and that's like with me growing up, I always felt like my parents did a good job of like, I don't know, like not necessarily explaining, but at least like the whole story, like they would like give me the facts and they kind of let me figure it out or like have my own opinion. And I would often have like, I have opinions, I'm sure, that differ from my parents and always have, I'm sure, but it's not like a thing that's like such a big deal that it's going to cause a problem. And it's like, well, they're their own person. They shouldn't think exactly like me. That's not what, and that's what like you see these like 6-year-olds that are like saying like, you don't need to wear a mask. The flu kills more people than it's like you're being fed this shit. Like these kids don't know what they're saying. And so like for parents to do that, and that's just bad parenting, and they think that they're helping their kid, but they're really just brainwashing them and just sending them down this 2-track trail, if you will, of just one way. Like there's no branches of like, oh, maybe I can go this way. I can go like there's no options.
Yeah.
They're just like, this is how you think. And that's dangerous.
I think it's more parents than we realize.
Yeah.
I think we experienced the most extreme version of those parents, but there are, based off of what I'm seeing in this country, I think the issue is like, is a big part of it's our parenting. And like
leadership. Yeah, we talked about it last week, and like, of course, leadership on like a grand level, but also leadership on like a nuclear family level.
Yeah, it's
whereas like parents are working all the time just to fucking make ends meet, and they really don't have time to raise their kid properly.
Yeah,
and then they bitch about how the schools do it. It's like, all right, but are you gonna do it? No, I didn't think so. And now you have all these kids being homeschooled, or we're not even homeschooled. It's on Zoom. And people are bitching about that. So it's like,
it's bad.
Yeah.
And
hey, don't have kids.
Yeah.
That's the that's the big picture. Don't have kids.
All anal all the time, bro.
Sure. I mean, all right.
That's what I do.
You finish with that, but
yeah, you can't go the opposite. You can't start anal and go vaginal.
That seems dangerous. That seems like you get an infection.
I've seen it in porn. You've seen
they
that.
clean. They're clean, right? They go deep with their cleansing, dude. Dirt.
I've taken breaks from porn recently.
Really?
Yeah. It's like, I think part of it's being in a healthy relationship.
Yeah.
Is not feeling like.
Well, you just have an interest in that person. Yeah. You know, if you're hooking up with them, it's like, I don't need to.
Yeah. You know what's nice is sleeping with someone and then not immediately being like, can you leave? That's a nice feeling.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've never had that experience.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a weird one.
I mean, I've had like hookups before, but it was always like hook up and then like stay the night and then they leave in the morning.
Don't get me wrong. I've had relationships.
You're saying you've hooked up with girls where you're like, oh, I don't want you here anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
that's sad. That means you're having sex for the wrong reasons, Aaron.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. As long as you know.
Fucking yeah. Fucking obviously. But I've had these moments of like, it's weird. I've heard a lot of comics talk about it. I think Doug Stanhope talked about it, where you'll do all of this work and to talk to a girl and get her whatever, and then as soon as you finish, there's this like, oh, I've misled her. Like you feel terrible because you really think like, no, I'm interested in this person, but you don't realize like I think Joe Rogan said it, like just jerk off first.
Yeah, and if you still want to talk to them, then there's something there. Yeah, I agree with that sentiment.
That is the problem, and I know I'm the spiritual one between the two of us because I'm going to heaven, but
that's definitely up for debate.
I'm totally going to heaven. You're not going. You're going to, at best, purgatory.
I don't even know what that is. I'm definitely going to hell.
Probably.
If there is one, which there's not. But
this is the problem. This is the problem with religious teachings when it comes to sexuality. Is like you're not taking into consideration this is a human being and that they have human needs.
Right.
And that like when you
you want to jerk off at 13 years old.
Yeah, just let them fucking jerk off.
At least teach them that it's okay and that like you don't have to be ashamed. It's a natural feeling. Just don't rape people.
That's the thing. And this isn't,
I mean, because that's what happens.
This is not okay. Get ready.
Okay.
This is not. This is not to say that just because a young boy is horny, they should be out raping. However, I don't think.
I'm excited for this next sentence.
It's gonna be bad.
Go ahead.
I don't think women understand.
That's going to be our clip right there.
God damn it. I'm just saying, I don't think women understand. This is not to excuse
the horniness.
Yeah, they don't understand that type of horniness.
Yeah.
That like, this isn't romance novels and rose petals. This is raw sexual aggression.
Yeah, and like, you ever had those mornings where you just have a raging hard on and you're just like, I don't care who it is, but I would like them to walk through that door and just go to town. Like, I genuinely don't care who it is.
And you're angry.
Anyone. And it's like, why can't I get rid of this?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was 2 days ago.
Do you remember
you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't really go away. You learn to like
control it, yeah,
and like keep it at bay and like, okay, I need to fucking calm down and like just.
I think we're different because I've sowed my oats in an extreme way, so I don't feel that anger anymore.
Right.
Like my balls are dried up.
I honestly don't feel angry about it. I was just joking.
Fair enough, but you remember being like 13 and being angry.
Yeah.
And that's something that I don't think women understand. I ever tell you I talked to a transgendered man about this? You want to hear about this story?
Mm-hmm. And then we're going to wrap it up.
All right. So he wanted to fuck me, right?
Okay.
I didn't. And don't fucking look at me like that. I didn't.
Yeah.
But I sat down. I was talking with him about it. I was like, so what's this?
So you were leading him on.
Yeah.
You fucking prick.
Oh, it felt amazing. I understand why women do it. Get free drinks, all that shit.
Oh, yeah, good point.
I don't give a fuck.
Okay, go on.
So I was talking with him about it, about the transitioning and how he was feeling and all that. And he was like, the biggest difference is sexual. I said, well, what do you mean? He's like, well, when I was biologically a woman, sexuality felt complicated. There was a lot of emotions connected, and I needed to be in the right headspace. Now I just need fuck. And he was like,
so they're doing the hormone.
Yeah, he was doing the hormone thing, and he just looked like a gay man.
Yeah,
and he was like, now I'm angry and I want to fight.
Wow.
Like he kept saying, like I want to. If I don't fuck, I want to fight somebody.
Whoa, I've never felt that way.
Well, that's because you're a pussy. But
no, it's because I have control.
Sure, you do.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. But he was just, it was interesting because you got to see this realization. And when I told him like, hey man, no offense, I don't want to have sex. You could see this like.
What did you say to me?
The Ronda Rousey came out.
Just fire comes in his eyes.
But it was just interesting.
See his eyes start to fill with cum.
It's fucking gross.
He doesn't make cum though, right?
No.
Dude, imagine.
He had a vagina.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so pre-op.
Yeah, pre-op, but through hormone therapy.
What an interesting life to live.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
That was it?
Yeah, that was it.
All right.
My dad texted me. Excuse me.
All right. Oh,
did your dad text you?
Yeah, he was asking me.
Shit, did he really?
Yeah, which computer to buy.
God damn it. Well, my dad said good morning.
Aw.
Yeah.
That's cute.
He asked if I was coming over, if I still plan on coming over tomorrow. Yeah.
He's going to make pancakes for you,
My dad loves me.
Well.
Fucking losers.
Well.
My dad likes me. My dad tolerates me.
There you go.
Yeah, baby. I'm moving on up. To the east. All right.
All right. That does it for this episode of Night Guy and Baldy. Thank you for tuning in, I guess is what. Can you still say tuning in even though it's
podcast?
Make sure you follow The Buddy System Co. on Instagram. Visit our website, thebuddysystem.co. Where can they find you on Instagram? At AaronChase91.
Yeah, and on TikTok as well.
If you have it downloaded already and didn't miss that boat, even though it's definitely going to go to shit.
Yeah, well.
All right. Thanks for listening. Subscribe. Later.